And welcome, friends, to Simply Cooking with Coach Sarah. I am so excited you are here today. And if you are joining me from YouTube, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Okay, today, you guys, we are going to be baking double chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? If you are a chocolate fan, raise your hand. I want to know. Today we're making double chocolate cookies, of course, in the heart shape for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to show you guys how quick and easy these are to make. You can make them very fast. So if you need something quick this weekend, for next weekend, you want a treat to bring to a friend, this is it. Okay, so what you're going to need is a mixer. And then you're also going to want to find this recipe is in Trim Healthy Table. And you will find it on page 400, and you can follow along with me as we prep these cookies. And how is everybody doing today? I hope my tech is working today. Let's see here if I'm streaming. Say hi and good morning if you are with me this morning. Ooh, Patty's at the beach. Yes, girl. I want to come to the beach with you. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, friends. I'm so glad you're here with me today. All right, I'll keep an eye. If you guys have a question as we go along the way, let me know. Connie, good morning to you too. Good morning, sisters. I love seeing my friends here today. Windsor, good morning to you. Who's baking cookies with me or gonna make them right after we do this? I hope you guys do. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with creaming together the sweetener and the butter. Okay, I learned something, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and I already pre-melted my butter. Now something I use personally, I use the Kerrygold butter. Did you guys know that butter in Ireland, actually one stick. So this is a stick of their Kerrygold butter that my dad got from Sam's Club. So if you've been buying the Sam's Club version, it's actually different. And I ran out, or I'd show you guys. But the one from Costco comes in like a rectangle shape. And even if you were to cut it in half, it's actually still not exactly equivalent to a stick of butter in America. My brain exploded when I learned this. So one stick of butter in Ireland is 9 tablespoons, and a stick of butter here is not. Isn't that crazy? It's 8. So it says on here though, I don't know, but this is 9 tablespoons. So just saying, if you're like, I'm gonna grab out a stick and you have this same butter, you're gonna have to lob off. Look, it's just a tiny little chunk. So I pre-melted that. Just had to tell you guys that because I thought, wow. I did not know that. Just because we do things here in America doesn't mean we do it the same everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to add my Gentle Sweet, and I am using xylitol free. Ooh, the cloud of Gentle Sweet. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of molasses, which I'm just going to eyeball it. I've gotten pretty good at eyeballing it. If you need to measure it, please do, because I don't want you to go like so crazy. We don't want to get too much molasses. That is for the brown sugar effect. I do recommend it. I think it does taste good. All right, let's see. Good morning, Stacia. Good to see you. Okay, let's see here. That looks awesome. You didn't notice it either, Lori? Isn't that crazy? I had no idea. Okay, now we are going to add in 1 egg. These are like the golden treasure right now, right? Good thing it's just one. It's just one. All right, now we need to add in what? A teaspoon of vanilla, which I'll measure for good measure, because sometimes when I show you guys, I go, woo! There we go. And then what are we adding? Baking blend. Okay, so I've got my baking blend. I pre-measured that. So I'm just gonna dump that in. I feel like I gotta move my things out of the way as we go here. There we go. Okay. What else do we need? Oh, Baking soda. Oh, you guys. Oh my goodness. You know what I just realized? I got out baking powder. I almost made a mistake. We will fix it. We will fix it. I almost did the wrong one. Good thing I caught myself. Okay. Baking soda. Got it. And then what are we adding? Oh, okay. So the salt that I've been using, the Kerrygold one that you can get at Sam's Club and Costco, has the butter, excuse me. The butter is salted. So I just use half the amount of butter. So I can't talk today. I'm using half the amount. So I'm just using an 1/8 teaspoon of my Himalayan salt. And I think that's it. Okay. It also calls for chocolate chips, but we're not doing that because we're going to roll this out. And you can definitely make them into little balls, but for today, if you want to make them like in cookie cutter shapes. Oh, you guys, I forgot the cocoa powder. Cocoa powder, we need that. These would not be very chocolatey. They would be sad. All right. Okay, this is looking very good. Stacy, you are waiting for your neighbors to get some eggs from your chickens. Oh, to ask for some eggs. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I think this is done. Now, you guys, when you look at this, do you see how crumbly this is? I should probably see what you guys are seeing because I can't see right now. I'm blind. Okay. Anything white on my screen, look how white this looks. It looks so white. Can you guys see? I'm going to put this up close. See, that is super crumbly. That is actually normal. That is good. So if you see that and you're like, this is going to be dry, it's going to be okay. Because when you pick this up, look. Look how, like, it's like Play-Doh. You guys see that? So if it's crumbly when you're done, that's okay because we're going to put it together into a ball. So I'm just going to take this off and make sure I got everything. That looks good. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way because now's the fun part. You guys make these with your kids too, or if you're making them for a special treat for to give away, it's such a great little gift, especially for a Trim Healthy sister, or you're trying to make an impact in your community by offering some sugar-free treats. This is a great alternative. All right, just want to, I have to be careful, you guys, or I'm gonna knock my whole camera over. And I would do it too, you guys, I would. Okay, let me move this. Oh, I didn't just close it up. There we go. Okay. Now, what do we need? We now need, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a couple pieces of parchment paper. And then get your heart-shaped cookie cutter. You could do this for any shape. If you know, one time for my sister's graduation, when she graduated from college, she graduated from a college here in Minnesota. And so I made cookies into, Trim Healthy Mama cookies into the shape of Minnesota. So this is just something you guys can have fun doing. And, you know, make your Trim Healthy Mama journey fun. And make it fun for other people too, because then they're more likely to get on board because they're like, hey, what you're doing is like normal. You're like you're taking what is normal to the world and making it normal for THMers too. And for people you're trying to show that living a sugar-free lifestyle is actually really fun. And that's what you want to do. We want to make it fun. Okay. I'm just putting this into a ball. I feel like I might, let's see. Might have to break this in two. Hey. Good morning. My daughter Rhea's right here. Okay. Oh, do you guys see how crumbly it is? But you're just picking up. Look. See, what a fun project you could do with your littles. Yes, you can play with your food, children. Come on. We as adults even like to play with our food. Okay, this looks good. All right, so once you put this together, then we're just going to roll it out in between the parchment paper. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys though, this recipe says it makes 30 cookies. And if you make it like this, it makes like 13 cookies because they're just a lot bigger. So if you do that, I'm just going to come over here real quick. If you do that, good morning, Susan. Good morning. Just eat like one cookie because the other ones are like small, so you could eat like 2 or 3 cookies. So just eat one cookie for your treat. So we're going to roll this out. Okay, and if you guys have made other recipes that you have to roll out, a lot of them you have to put in the fridge. But this one I found was fine. You didn't have to put it in the fridge. So also you do have control of how thick they are. And you can see I have them behind me. I made a couple of them thicker and a couple of them thinner. So the nice thing is you get to decide how thick you want it. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Woo! It was National Chocolate Day yesterday, you guys, and how did I miss this? But of course, we're making chocolate now, so it's all fine. So I'm gonna take that off, and then you can just, ooh, see that one's too thin. I don't like it. I'll just re-roll that part. And you just cut these out. That's so good. Let's see, maybe like this. Try to utilize as much of it as I can. Okay, then you guys, I am using this is, I just use a cookie sheet from Costco that I got, but I use my Epicure silicone liners. These save me a lot of money and they're just awesome and they clean so easy. I love them. I really love them. Something I use all the time in my kitchen. You can cook pizzas on it. You can do so many things. And then you end up, you don't need this, because we're rolling it. But if you're making any cookies, I put my Becky's True to Taste chocolate chip cookies on here, all the things. And then you save on parchment paper too. Okay. So go through and then you're going to do this for all of them. Now, I will spare you from us baking the whole thing, but you're just going to repeat until you fill up your pan. So you can take all this back and then just re-roll. So squish this all together. Okay, I just want to put it back in my bowl here so I can make some space, maybe. Ah. Okay, cool. We're doing good. All right, so then you'll just repeat process. Put these on the cookie sheet, throw them in the oven, and they take, okay, I did do a test on this. I thought because I made mine a little bit thinner that it would take less time. Not so. They are more of a sort of medium soft to crunchy. If you don't like that, you can cook them less, but I did cook them for 11 minutes and I thought that was great. I tried 8 minutes and I felt like they were still really doughy. And so there's some sort of magic between 8 and 11. So you can play around with that too, depending on your thickness and depending on if you like a more crunchy cookie, cook it longer. If you like a more soft cookie, cook it for less time. But I think 8 minutes was not enough time. So once these are done, this is really, really important. When you pull it out, let them completely cool before you start decorating them or before you even start like, ooh, I just want to taste test them, because they're very crumbly. You saw how crumbly they were to start. They will firm up when you let them completely cool off. They'll be totally fine. You'll be able to pick them up. I'm about to show you here in 1 second. So No, and Susan, I did not add the chocolate chips because we're doing the shape today. You could always add the chocolate chips if you want to make them into the round balls, and then you just push them flat. Never make your cookie into a round ball, drop it, and then cook it, because it's not like traditional cookies where you can just bake them and they'll go flat. They won't move. So whatever shape you cook them in is the shape they stay. So make sure if you do the round balls and you do add chocolate chips, you just do a little, I don't know, boop. Yeah, a boop. Yes, do that. A boop. And push them all down so that they're slightly flat. And so that's why these just take on the shape that you give them. That's why this is a really fun recipe for rolling out. Okay, so now you've baked them. They've cooled. Now it's time to decorate. I already decorated these, but I want to show you guys just a couple thoughts I had on this. So let's see. Can you see this thickness? So that is one. And then can I show you another one? Here's a thinner one. Can you see the difference between those? So you can decide. And honestly, I cooked these on the same sheet. So these ones are a little bit more crunchy and this one's a little bit more soft. So be consistent with whatever one you want. I was just doing an experiment. So this reminds me, this is probably my perfect consistency because it's like a little crunchy on the outside, but a little soft on the inside. Then, you guys, the icing you are going to want to make, I have a couple options for you. You can get some Lily's chocolate, melt it in your chocolate melter. Hopefully you got one for Christmas, and if you didn't, you should ask for one for Valentine's Day because it's like the best melty mama gift you could give yourself ever. Great Valentine's Day gift from hubby. Hubby, if you're watching this, get your sweet lady a chocolate melter. Okay, you can melt the chocolate and then just put it into a Ziploc bag. Cut the tip off, and then you could pipe around. That's it, you're done. Or this is Rashida's, I'm gonna get the page number for you guys. This is from Trim Healthy Future, and I made the cream cheese icing. Now I already did a demo on this, so I'll just kind of tell you guys what I did. If you want to see it, I'll link it in the description, but it's for the carrot cupcakes, which are delicious, and I have a whole video on that, show exactly how to make the icing, but it's super, super easy. You just take the cream cheese, butter, gentle sweet, and I did vanilla for these, and you just whip it into your food processor until it's completely smooth. Really, really important. You do not want like chunky cream cheese. Have you guys ever had that happen? It's like coagulates. That's not good. If that happens, it's not good. You want it to be super smooth. So you just mix that. It's on page 372 of Trim Healthy Future. So after you whip it together, and where did my icing go? Here it is. Okay. Here is a piping bag. So this is an Epicure one. They don't sell it anymore, at least not right now. I'm sorry, you guys. They're super awesome. You can just use another piping bag that you have on hand, or you can use always a Ziploc bag. Just cut the end off. And if you don't have a tip, if you cut the tip small enough, that will be a straight line, and you can just pipe it straight out of a bag. Otherwise, you can do a star tip. You could put little stars all around. You could do, this was a star tip, but I did it in a straight line. So you guys can see that's how I got that exact design, was from a star tip. So, Sarah, I don't want to tip anything. I don't even want to put it in a bag. I got you, girl. I get it. Sometimes I don't want to either. So make up your icing, which is, you can do that while your cookies are cooling and you can throw it in the fridge. It is a very soft icing. So you can see this just came out of the fridge. Look how soft it is. It's very soft. It's very pliable. So all you have to do, take one of your cookies and then just put some icing on it. You do not have to be an artist. Just have fun with it. Let your kids do this. And then you're done. Look how cute is this? Now, if you guys are making this for a special Valentine's Day treat, you could put it on a fun little plate. If you are doing these for a gift, you are giving them away to somebody, make sure the icing completely hardens, and you can put it in the fridge so they'll harden faster, because otherwise you're gonna have just a horrible mess in a little bag. I found these like at the Dollar Tree. So you can pick up these cute little bags, and they come with little zip ties. And so once your cookies are ready, then you can just take a cookie and put it into your little gift bag. And you could put, you know, as many as you want if you want to put multiple. But if you want to make just a batch, again, this only makes like 13, so 13-ish. You would have to make a lot if you were doing it for like a classroom or something like that. So then you could tie these off and you can give them as a gift. Isn't that cute? So I thought that would be a really fun idea for Valentine's Day. If you guys are looking for more help for this coming Valentine's Day, I want to invite you to come hang out with me on February 10th. I'm going to be teaching a Zoom class. It will be on Zoom, you, me, hanging out for a couple hours. We're going to make cupcakes, chocolate, fuel pole cupcakes too. Chocolate, what else are we making? Kit Kats and chocolate covered strawberries, you guys. So I'll link all the details in the description. If you would like to join me, I would love to have you there. And do you guys have any questions? I hope you guys will make these. These are so fun. They're so easy. I'm just gonna pop over here and see if anybody has any questions. No chips in this cookie. Yes, Stacy, correct. All right. Oh, Windsor, you like them? Me too. Yes, come back and watch this later, Chrissy. That's great. All right, guys, well, that's all I got for you today. I hope you will make this. And if you are watching from YouTube, please hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I go live and you don't miss these awesome videos where I help you make sugar-free treats quick and easy. All right, guys, I hope that you guys have an awesome day. And if you do have any questions, put them in the comments below. Please hit hashtag Valentine Cookie, and I'll know that you got to see this awesome video. All right, guys, have an awesome day. We'll see ya.